tell you, another incredible game. Tigers 21-20 over the Titans. If you're a Titans fan, it's heartbreak. I mean, Gordon to be on the drink driving someone mad somewhere, but an important win for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was an unusual sort of game. The first half, sort of, neither team wanted to really put their stamp on the game, and then at the end there was a bit of confusion going on. Dewey gets the kick. Didn't look that impressive, but as they say, doesn't look like doesn't matter what it looks like.
Just a question, boys. Right? Yeah. I know there's the commercial aspect and all that sort of, which is vitally important. But I oftentimes think with the Tigers, if Leichhardt Oval was their just home ground, full stop. I mean, how much?
Well, is it reason why they turn up like this? The crowd turns up this because it's a bit of a novelty. Like you don't get it all the time. Is that
Sunday afternoon? I think they'd fill it. Like, look at the weather.
And they always seem to play against like an out-of-town team like the Cowboys or the Titans or a Queensland side. It'd be nice to see them, play against the Eels or the Panthers. There would be absolutely awesome.
Have you played there, boys? Do you like playing there?
Yeah, well, they definitely grow a leg playing there. I've lost to the Tigers out at Leichhardt. It's a bit of a wonder that they don't play a bit more there.
Yeah.
An eighth wonder.
Yeah, the eighth wonder, yeah. I remember going there as a kid. We used to go down and watch them in the 80s and that, and it was the jumbo jets flying above, chocolate, and they had the salted peanuts, which were delicious. Yeah. And I actually don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just trying to see wonderful memories. Taylor May. Now, they picked him up last week. He played his game in New South Wales Cup. He scored 3 tries. I tell you, Mitch, this is going to be an amazing pickup for the Tigers. He's a powerhouse.
Yeah, Tiny is a phenomenal player, and I think everyone saw what he was capable of at Penrith. And yeah, he's back in the NRL, and I think he's going to be a massive acquisition for him. We saw in just his first game back how good he was, and I think he's just going to get better with each game.
Yeah, we see. Yeah, it can be a fantastic pickup.
He looks very strong.
Combining.
Is he strong in the gym, Mitch?
Yeah, he's a freak athlete. I think out of all 3 of the May brothers, they have different strengths, but Tiny's is just how explosive he is. He's so strong and so fast. He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Now, on the Titans, and honestly, it's such a mystery. You look at the talent in this side, 1 to 17, and they should be doing a lot better than what they're doing at the moment. This shows Dez's frustration. The players have gone in for the shower. He's gone, pig's ass, get out of here. Yeah, get out of there, mate.
I think Matty here was blowing up because have a look at him. I think he's blowing up because they were all showering in their undies.
That is
They can't be doing that.
It is a strange phenomenon.
Well, we'll ask the boys here. You all shower in your Speedos and stuff, don't you now?
Yeah, most of us.
Yeah.
Who does it? Yeah, who doesn't do it?
Dane Laurie. I think who else? That's what I can think of.
Marto sometimes. There's only a few, yeah.
Strange sometimes?
Yeah.
I mean, when does he
in there with him?
It must be when it's cold. Who
does Marto... Who's he... Why does he wear undies with some people?
I don't know. It's just... He's a strange one, Marto. We're all still trying to figure him out, so I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, what about at home? You're not showering your cozzies at home. No, it's just...
Yeah, not at home.
No, okay.
Do you?
Just wondering.
It was always that sort of... No, I won't go there. Now, Manly 18-16 over the Melbourne Storm. It's an enormous win for Manly. At this point of the year, they needed it. But this is the big talking point which led to the winning play. Harry Grant being done for dangerous contact. I've got to say, it was pretty tame.
It was very, very tame. But you know what? The Storm put themselves in this position by playing a style of football. Probably, we've seen a bit of them from this year. A lot of errors. Didn't really get into a... They made some breaks, but I think they're relying too much on Jerome Hughes at the moment.
Yeah.
Waiting for a 40-20 or a brilliant kick or a little bit of individual brilliance from Jerome Hughes instead of playing that team game that we've seen from him from many years.
As we see the highlights of the game here behind it, you're right. When you always thought about the Melbourne Storm in the last, under Craig Bellamy, 25 years, it's a team that'll grind and they'll wear you down. This side has evolved in a direction where they just try to blow you apart early, right? They're a real attack-minded side. Yeah. And Melbourne, if you played Melbourne at home, at night, they would honestly, they were unbeatable almost. where at night football this year, they're struggling. It just shows you how they've evolved as a football side.
That was disappointing from Manly, though. That bounce pass to Xavier Coates, and no one's around there. I thought he was brilliant, Xavier Coates. There was one tackle from Hopewadi. He made a break and bummed him in the touch, which was
a
big man on a little man. Yeah.
But Nelson got a couple of weeks for the elbow.
Oh, he wouldn't be too popular with the coaching staff.
Yeah, bellyache could be.
This is just frustration, then it makes it worse because Harry scores off the back of this. This is.
But can I ask, why is that not play on? Was it? So it's deemed foul play earlier. But isn't that, boys? Can I ask you a question? Do you still practice that hip through, elbow out, in your wrestling sessions? Because everyone does it, you know. You should you put your hip through and throw the elbow. I saw Zach Lomax get pinched for one as well during Origin.
It's a bit of like a technique, sort of in and around the wrestle of the game. But yeah, I think when you cop someone on the chin like that, they're pretty.
You happy with that penalty?
I'm happy with that penalty.
Boys, going back to the Harry Grant, what does Ivan and the coaching staff tell you to do when putting kick pressure on? What's the golden rule out of Penrith?
Yeah, I just think with the crackdown at the moment, like it's just you just can't really make too much contact. Like we want to get to kickers, but it's sort of just steadying your feet and being in a position to be able to tackle them if you sort of fake them into a run. But yeah, it just seems like you're just playing with fire too much at the moment to try and really go out and get them.
I think Blaze, fellow playmakers, I think you shouldn't be able to touch the halves at all, to be honest.
Yeah, you push hard for that, don't you?
Hey? Yeah.
But you can't just give them a free shot at having a crack at
Why not?
Look, I get it if it was a kick downfield.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
If you're a chance of winning the game, you've got to put some sort of pressure on you. And you're going to make contact somewhere.
Yeah, I totally understand. I think that one, the Harry one, was very, very tame. Yeah. You've got to expect to be hit to a certain degree. I mean, it was brought in. There was a time in the game where, oftentimes for a small period there, where teams were attacking the standing foot.
Yes.
And going for the knee.
Stephen Price was a bit. He was a.
Well, that's your opinion. Lee said,
anyway, good on Manly. Manly had a good win.
What a wonderful person. Lehigh Hopewadi, you said about his tackle, mate, geez, he can play Lehigh. And this one here, like Xavier Coates, when Xavier Coates gets in the clear, usually it's all over.
You think he's away here. Brooksy's doing his best there.
He just doesn't just tackle him, just pushes him over.
Yeah.
Wonder what John would say.
John wouldn't give him a rap.
No.
No, strong.
Should have thrown him in.
Is he hard to tackle, boys?
Yeah,
Hopper?
He's one of those like deceptively strong.
Yeah.
So.
A bit like you, Blaze. You're deceptively strong.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Getting plenty of raps.
See the way he plays.
See the way he plays.
Yeah.
Good power.
I just like him. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
Bloody very nice kid.
Yeah.
Good kid. How'd you get engaged too? Is that true?
Not yet. No.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Don't do it. No, I'm only joking. I can imagine she'd be a lovely lady. What's going on? My Macca's I'm loving at the moment is the Constitution of Marriage. No, it's Lachlan Galvin coming up with a big match-winning pass right when they needed to get the Dogs home. In this play, I mean, the shape they run is crucial in this. When you're a playmaker and you run that shape, you've got one under, one short, it just gives you an extra second of sight time and gave Galvin the sight of Sloan making a defensive misread here. But I tell you what, for Galvin, it's exactly what he needed.
Yes, and look, up until this game, I thought he was solid, but this pass here probably shows why Serraldo wants him in the team, because he's a live wire and not too many players could throw that pass. I thought his game he was a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
And I think the outside men of the Bulldogs are getting used to his style of play. I don't feel, and I feel sorry for Toby Sexton, but I feel that we might not see him, barring injury, back in the side.
Fletcher, and Blaze would attest to this. It's a big ask to actually go into a whole new system of play mid-year when you're trying to learn the system and then having to steer the whole side around. Like Blaze, I imagine when you first went into the Penrith system, your head's spinning a little bit at first.
Yeah, it is. I think that's why it took me like a while to sort of, get into it, and I think that was good for me as well. Sort of buy my time, and I think it's coming good now.
Yeah, mate, certainly are. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but Flano was filthy after the game. A couple of calls went against him. One in particular, the Carraz played the ball. Now, look, it's 6 and 1, half dozen the other, but most times this year, that isn't a penalty.
No.
It hasn't been. And this is what I don't get.
Well,
Luciano is not looking. He can't disappear out of the... And earlier on in the year, the memo from the NRL was you got to get to your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got hands still on the ground.
Yes, I feel really sorry for the Dragons because it's been a couple of calls
Big time.
they've had where they've been robbed at the last minute.
They've lost a lot of close games.
Yeah.
A lot of close games. Look like they're a tough side to play. I reckon the bloke that you know when they're on, like, you know, every side has their barometer, and I reckon theirs is Moses Suley. When I see Moses early in the game really taking that ball, I go, OK, they're on. Yeah. Feel free to agree.
Yeah.
No worries, Blaze. Thanks, mate.